I love being an actor. I'm not sure whether I enjoy the peripherals of being an actor so much. Every night, Riteish and me sit and watch one series together. I mean, I have boys and they need to respect any girl who wants to go with her heart. I remember when we were doing Jaane Tu, Abbas would keep saying this would be, see, part 2, and he would give some 3 ideas. But I think I'm ready now to do a little more work.
Genelia, welcome to Pinkvilla.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure you have noticed that this year you completed 20 years in the business.
Honestly, while talking to you guys, I realized that I've completed 20 years. I took a 10-year break, so I don't know whether it's counted, but yeah, it's really special to be standing at the end of 20 years. Yeah.
How do you feel? I know for a fact that you didn't want to be an actress. You were looking for a regular corporate job. How does it feel?
So if there's anything, we talk about being grateful and we talk about, being appreciative. I don't think we really go down. Today, I want to say that I'm really grateful to be at the end of 20 years. After taking a 10-year break, to have someone like you tell me that, I'm happy to see you on screen. Honestly, I'm thrilled to hear that, just to know that people want to see you back. It's something that even if you tried to decipher, you wouldn't. It's just pure love that people give you, and I think at the end of 20 years today, I'm just grateful I'm still around.
I'm happy for this journey because, like I said, you were spotted at a wedding, if I'm not mistaken.
I was spotted at a wedding,
and you were refused that commercial. And when the film came to you, you refused that film also. But thank God to those guys, they convinced you somehow.
Absolutely.
When do you look back at that journey today? What is the first memory that comes to you from that time?
So, see, honestly, then, like I said, it wasn't a career option at all. I didn't think of myself as someone who could portray oneself on screen as what we thought of stars. Then we thought stars had to be glamorous, had to be this, that, and the other. Today, had I got that same approach, I would think differently, because today it's about having a connect with people. People would rather see you real than just be all glamorous and all over the place. I mean, there are films to do that. There are gorgeous looking films where you have to be your glamorous best. But 90% of the films are telling a story. And I'm just so glad, that someone spotted me, because today this is a profession that I love. I love being an actor. I'm not sure whether I enjoy the peripherals of being an actor so much, whether it's just to be seen for the sake of being seen and stuff like that. But what I enjoy the most is taking my scene and having to perform in it. So, yeah.
And I'm not saying this because I'm here, but you are generally one of the most real people, and it comes across from your persona when we meet you or when we see what you put up on your social media. Is it tough to keep that as a consistent trait in you after being in the business for so long?
No, I think you can get carried away. I think you can, but I think it stems from the fact of upbringing. And I think this is something that I would like to thank my parents and my husband, Riteish Deshmukh, for keeping, you forget your security blanket when you're riding on fame, when you're riding on something. You forget those people that were with you. I'm glad I didn't. And I'm glad that I had people who stood. It's a lot to do with understanding that success and failure are both temporary, So whether you're successful today and you enjoy it, that you're successful, tomorrow you are going to fail. There's no other way out. And if you're a failure today, tomorrow you will succeed. So it's that understanding and that time that you have to understand and not think that that's the end of the world. If you're successful, I'm always going to be. That's when I think you start dipping down. So I think being real is about choosing real people in your life. You'll always see me with a team that I like chatting with and chilling with. And you'll never see me just part of these big circles. You'll see me with my kids' friends. You'll see me being a soccer mom, because I choose that over everything else. And I choose, I remember, there was a phase when we were acting before where if you repeated your stuff, they would circle it and say, this has been repeated. Today, I make that point to repeat it if I want to, because I like wearing it. There's so often that you wear the same jeans because you enjoy wearing it. And why shouldn't you?
Correct.
So I keep that part of my life really normal and real as much as I can. And I think Riteish and me both are that people. So it makes it easier when you have a partner on the same line.
That's true. Trial period, like I said, is looking very exciting. Tell me, when you first narrated or shared the script with Riteish, did he said, please बच्चों को ये मत दिखाना?
No. Actually, it's a film that the kids can see very much. So, it's a film for the family. I'm very glad.
What I meant is your kids.
Yeah. No. They were there on set also. So,
wow.
Yeah, they came to Delhi. Riteish came with them to Delhi so that, I was stress-free while shooting. So, no, Riteish, I bounce off everything by Riteish. I trust his decisions in terms of films a lot more. I think he has a great understanding of script. So, I did discuss, of course, the final choice with both of us is our choice, but we do bounce our subjects off. And like you said, trial period, this Papa on Rent is the newness of it, but the rest of the film is amazing. It's about relationships that I'm glad have been written so honestly.
What do you and Riteish, when you all have free time, what do you guys binge on online?
So I'm actually not too much a television watcher. Actually, I will not watch television if it's not for Riteish. I just don't put on the TV. It's just something that I don't do. But every night, Riteish and me sit and watch one series together. So one series, one film. And that's more because he likes it. Yeah. I join him in it and I enjoy that process. But it's not something that I put on to see. Yeah. So yeah, we're currently, we watch something on this. So he has this joke that he watches one with me and he opens 4 series at the same time because I fall off to sleep halfway through. But yeah, that's our time when we watch it in the night. Yeah.
No wonder the marriage looks and feels so successful. I remember one quote you said, it was going viral on Instagram a while ago, where you said, after a while the love fades away and it's a companionship that really stays.
Absolutely. People expect love to be that same love that you had when you're 18 and 20. It's not going to be the same, but you have to find ways of loving each other. I always say marriages or any relationship, whether it's with your parents, whether it's with your brother, or whether it's with your spouse or children, it's work in progress. There's no escaping that, and it's a lot of work. It's not just... So, giving up shouldn't ever be a choice, is what I feel,
Of course. What does marriage become after 11 years of marriage? If you have to give it some term in terms of a word.
I think it becomes conversations. I think it becomes comfort. Yeah. Like... if I don't see Riteish at home on that day, though there are times, though initially, that whole longing, ki I'm missing you, and all, now I was like, where are you? Yeah, I have so many things to talk to you about. I got so I think there are different phases, and after 11 years, it just gets more special.
Actually. Yeah. You also said something very interesting recently while talking about this film. Somebody asked you, why did you sign the film on Instagram? And you replied, I liked that it's a film about a single mom, her life, her child, and her story. Yeah. Is it, after being in the business for so many years, after doing amazing commercial films, now is it a need for you as an artist to do films and content that is more closer to reality?
Yes, absolutely. No, so what I feel, see, another thing, like when I said it's about a single mom, I'm not a single mom, right?
Of course.
But I'm a mom. And I like the take on a single mom because there was so much about a single mom that I didn't know till I did this character. Like, see, today I'm sitting here and I'm a working mom, but I know that there's a support system at home, which is my husband, who's looking after the kids. Now, what if that isn't there? Yeah. You do this, that, and the other. So it's a wonderful idea of knowing how women stand up and, deal with all of this. Another thing I really like, I love love stories. I'm a big sucker for love stories. But I feel love stories, they only make them 18 and 20 years. Like, what about people who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s? You get beautiful love stories. I mean, I'm just glad that people are coming into a zone where they're not just restricting it to only college or only this. They're talking about a story which does exist. There are single moms, there are people who, fall in love post 30. So, yeah. Yeah.
You also said it's tough to manage home and work. What are the challenges?
So, initially I thought it was impossible, and that's the reason why I took a 10-year break, because I couldn't understand how to do 100% here and 100% there. But with time, I realized that you have to, because your children need to respect. I mean, I have boys and they need to respect any girl who wants to go with her heart. So, so that's the reason. And like my husband said, to go out there and do it. Like, he supported me in my decision. I want my boys to also be that person to allow women to do what they want to and how to do without making themselves masters, you know. So I felt after a point in time, they've grown up. I mean, I still feel that at 2 and 3, I couldn't have done it because I was such an involved mom that it was impossible for me. And I feel that I would have given 50% at home and 50% at work. And that's something that I do want to do. But post 10, I feel being a homemaker, honestly, for me is the toughest job. I feel it gets the least regard. It's treated as something that you have to do without any appreciation and without anything. I feel just go home, and whoever's a homemaker, whether it's your dad or your mom, just give them the biggest hug, because I promise you, I've worked on both sides and I still feel that homemaking is the toughest job ever. So, so it is, there are days that it gets challenging, but you find the balance. I feel you find the balance, and you should find the balance, because that's life. Like, tomorrow when life's down and out, you can't sit and cry and say that it's down and out. You find the route to take you ahead.
And like you said, this is a time of new age partnership. While you were shooting for this film, Riteish was looking after the boys.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it gives out a good message also that, you know, your partners, you're not, there's no hierarchy in the relationship. You're partners and you do what's best to make your home grow.
Is that something you guys spoke about right from the beginning, or you all learned along the way?
No, I think there was because we respect each other so much, there was never that I will do this or I will not do this. It was an understanding. Like, there are days that Riteish does 2 films at a time, and I know that I have to step in and support him. Like, you know, I'm not at home saying, come on home fast, come on home. And we're both very particular about our time. We'll give it 100% when we're on sets, but we just expect people to understand that post a time, you know, there is another part of your life that exists. And I think people don't appreciate, a lot of people, with time, which is when the issues start, when the lines start getting blurred.
That's true. Do people still come and call you Aditi?
Yes, a lot. And I'm very grateful that after 15 years of the film, they still remember Aditi.
The rats and meow, I remember it so fondly. I remember seeing it in the stall. And oh my God, what an experience, what a film. You must be bombarded recently, no? July 4th?
Yes, July 4th. In fact, I didn't know it had completed 15 years. Still, people started messaging me. But see, you know, when a film works and it's a big hit, it's very short-lived. But when 15 years down the line, someone is still talking about that film, that's when you know ki this is your heart, you know. So
Is there any chance to make a sequel around it?
I would love to. Please put it out in the universe.
Abbas and Aamir sir,
I would love to. I would absolutely love to.
There is scope also, no? You think there is world of it?
I remember when we were doing Jaane Tu, Abbas would keep saying this would be, you know, part 2, and he would give some 3 ideas. I mean, just out of fun. But I hope someday they write something, because it has huge potential.
Is the team in touch?
So I met Abbas recently at Madhuman Denna's wedding. I met Aamir sir once or twice at his office. I met him. I meet Imran quite often because our kids are in the same school. So yeah, on and off, but not like a repeated thing. You know,
You met Aamir sir. Is there a chance of a collaboration? You all are discussing something?
No, I don't know about that. I mean, I would love to with Aamir Khan Productions. The good part about Aamir Khan Productions is that, you know, a lot of people don't like auditioning, but Aamir Khan Productions has a clause that, like, they audition everyone, whether it's Aamir sir also, he has to audition. Like, you know, that's what he puts it in his. For me as an actor, I feel it's such an amazing thing to go out there and prove yourself. You know, I have this slight nervousness even today. Like, when I do a scene, I'm still a bit nervous. And I think that's a positive sign, because when you still want to, you know, do better, want to give it yourself, like, auditions for me are that. I would love to audition for anyone who, you know, says that we think you'd fit the role, but we're not sure whether you will. I'd love to prove it that, maybe I will.
And you rightly said, even Hollywood today does it. Even like you said, seasoned actors do it even today.
So I think Aamir Khan Productions has that, and I would love to work with them again, of course.
I can't wait to see that happen. production, like you mentioned,
Yeah.
is also a very important part
Yeah.
of your what you do,
Yeah.
and whatever you produce till now has worked really well.
Yeah.
What's there on that slate list? Are you the Wave 2
Yeah.
is something that is happening?
That's again something I hope it happens. So see, I'm more involved in the production side of it,
Yeah.
not in the creative side. I also think I'm a support to Riteish's ideas. This was his baby when
Yeah.
he initially came out with it. He wanted to have a production house. He wanted to do it because his dad told him that, what are you doing for Marathi cinema? You know, so he was very committed to doing it. And I was very committed to see his dream come through. So
Yeah.
initially I joined as a partner. Then I started taking care of the production bit, and he takes care of the direction bit, and we don't get into each other's space at all. So I think when that kind of healthiness is there,
Yeah.
wherein, you know, we are bouncing votes for each other, but we're not overlapping each other, I think you come out with a product that is to the best of one's ability.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it will be the best of what he creatively wants, because there's no interference from me. And similarly, I will try and make that happen through production, because I want the best for that script.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very healthy relationship. And in the production house, we have done very few films, or we've
Yeah.
done films that have, you know,
stood out.
Whether it's through awards, whether it's national awards, or whether
Yeah.
it's love of the audience
Yeah.
as well. It's been quite a journey. Today, I feel that I would like to make a few more films, and I hope to see that happen sooner. Riteish takes the calls on scripts generally, and I put it in place. So, yeah.
You're also working on Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Is that still happening?
Yeah, that I don't see it recent, but it is definitely something on the cards that is something that's very, very dear to Riteish, and I know that he will put every bit of his heart into that film because it means so much to him.
Yeah, sure. Last thing, and I would like to take it back from where we started from. I hope you're doing more work.
I hope so too. I hope so too. You know, when I started off my career initially, I used to work every day because I used to work in 5 industries. And I thought that was how I had to do work. But today I feel that I can wait and I can do the work that I want to do. But I think I'm ready now to do a little more work. So yeah.
I'm so happy to know.
Yeah,
that. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much.
so
I can't wait to see Trial Period and everything else.
Please let me know how once you see it.
I will.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.